Hi, this is Bruce with an update about my prosthetic leg. It's been about almost 2 years since I made the original video where I talked about my prosthetic leg. Since then, I've gotten a fourth leg. I've had a total of 4 legs over 4 years, and this is the fourth one I've got. Now, I have a little problem with my stump that makes it difficult for me to get a good fitting prosthesis. Imagine this is the stump here, and it's kind of conical, but mine is more like a fist. It's bigger at the end and smaller in front of it, and so I can't get any legs to go on while they'll seal because if I get it big enough to slip in, then it doesn't fit here. So we've had to do something that's a little bit inefficient. I've got my legs here, and here's my first lower leg prosthesis. It's got a inner sleeve and an outer sleeve. This one's soft and the outer one is hard. And I've covered it with a Minecraft sticker because my son was kind of freaked out about the leg, and this helped make it less ominous. And kids in general responded pretty well. It makes it just more fun instead of being a leg. It's Minecraft. Anyway, this inner shell sleeve, whatever, I don't really know the precise name, I can call a sleeve or a shell, is thicker at the top than here at the bottom where it's thinner. That way when I put my leg into it, it then creates a conical shape, which then can fit into the shell nicely. And now I've got a conical shape, and the slices they put in it so I can slip in don't really make a difference because it doesn't have to be airtight. It just has to kind of be a compression fit, and so those slices don't matter because it's hard against a hard shell. So I wore this leg for about a year and a half, and I don't have the foot because it was kind of a complex lower leg, and VA provides these to me for free, and I just returned the foot and leg to the VA because it seems pointless for me to keep it when it was so unique that it might benefit some other vet. So this is my first leg. And then when I go to my second leg, which is here, I didn't put covers on it because I had to put a rubber suspension sleeve that goes up, it fastens over the leg and then it rolls up over my thigh. And you'll see that in a minute. I don't have it on this one, but on my third leg I have an example of what I'm talking about. It's the same setup where you've got the inner sleeve, which is soft, and my leg will fit into, and then the whole leg fits in. And you can see how many socks I had to put in there to make it fit before they would give me a new leg. So I'd go through maybe 30 to 40 plies of socks. I'd have 30 or 40 plies of socks before they finally decide it's time for a new leg. But I covered the leg with this slip-on sleeve. So in the original leg we have the stickers, but then I just put this slip-on sleeve over it. And where I got the sleeve from is in England. I found this place online. It's based in England. It's just someplace online. It's called I can't remember, something about love. Anyway, it was this pair of running tights that I cut the legs off of. I made the pattern. I had to get a whole. They didn't make leggings, but they made tights, and so I had a whole tight made, and then I had the legging made. Now the first pair, this is actually I think the first pair, and it was a little bit too big. So subsequent pairs I ordered slightly smaller, and the first pair I made into shorts for my son. I had them hemmed, but he's kind of grown out of wearing them, so now they sit here kind of wasted. But what can I do? I need something to put over the leg, and so this is what I just slip this over, and it works really well. And so on my third leg, I've got an example. This is my third leg, which I was wearing in my last video. And it's got the same setup, except this is this suspension sleeve I was telling you about. It's got kind of a neoprene inner, and you roll it up on your leg, basically. You can see an example, kind of what I've got one on now with my fourth leg. And you can see it kind of just rolls up, and it helps hold the leg on. So it goes over the hard shell, and then rolls on your leg. And I tell you, I hate it because it's hot, and it can cause rashes. I don't get rashes too much anymore, but it's definitely hot. But you know, it's just kind of the way they've set things up. So this is my third leg, and you'll notice also on this leg here, it has covering over the titanium rod that runs down the foot. So it looks a little more like a natural leg. If you're walking, a lot of people just won't notice it. Obviously, it's not perfect, and there are people who notice that something's up with my leg, but it isn't so bad as when I had this, you know, titanium rod for an ankle, but it was kind of obvious. Then about 6 months ago, I got my fourth leg, and as I show you, I have it on, and it's a little different. The cover's changed. My son, who's 15 now, doesn't like Minecraft so much anymore, so this one's just got different sports on it. The idea is just to make it a little more colorful, a little more, I don't know, less scary. This one is the same thing, it just slips off. So I roll that thing down, you saw me roll this down, and then it slips off, and this has also got an ankle cover, cover an ankle over the titanium rod. And then my new setup is a little different. Rather than that soft inner liner, I have this silicone sock that rolls. Well, originally when I put it on, I roll it up to about there. Then I put this piece on, and this piece is just like I showed you the other thing. It's tapered, so it's kind of fat here at the top, and then this little piece that goes down here is this piece here. I guess I can take the sock off it. So it's real thin here, and it's thick here, and it's got this slits again. I just slip it over like this, and now you can see it's conically shaped, and put a sock over it so that it doesn't have friction, because the material's kind of leather, and it'll just kind of, I won't slide into the prosthesis because it's too sticky. So you put this sock over it, and then I fold the silicone liner down over the sock. So now we've got this liner, and the sock is covering the inner liner and the silicone sleeve, and it's covered. And now this sleeve, I put the foot in the leg. Takes a second because it's kind of. So now I've got the foot in the leg got my leg into the prosthetic leg, and then I take this black thing, this silicone suspension sleeve, or neoprene, I guess it is, and I roll it over the silicone. So now there's kind of an airtight connection, and that'll help keep the leg on tighter. It's still not perfect, but it's better. And then I just roll my sock up over it, so I don't know, it's kind of hard to show you, because I get my camera, I can't move my camera easily because I won't be able to get it lined up again. But that gives you an idea at least how it's changed. And that's worked out better than the other legs, but it's still not perfect. I still move too much. And so I'm reluctant to walk because I don't want to get sores on my legs. Because when that happens, once I've had to actually not wear the leg for a while it healed. So I don't want to get sores. So I don't walk more than I think I can go without safely. But I'm able to, I take care of myself. I do the chores around the house. I pick up my son at school. I go to the grocery store. I work. Though I work from home. I don't work in a place, but I'm a computer programmer, so I work from home. And I'm able to be at least that active, and I'm hoping with time the stump will continue to shrink, and maybe I'll get to the point where I get a better fitting conventional stump, which there is no inner liner. You kind of slip into the outer liner, and with suction, you're just kind of held in place, and it's much sturdier. But I can't use that kind. Anyway, that's an update of how I'm doing and how the leg is doing. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And thank you for watching the video.